I've always been obsessed with abandoned places, but nothing could have prepared me for what I experienced on that forgotten island. It all started with a map, an old yellowed piece of paper I found buried inside a second-hand book. There was no name on the island, just a rough drawing and the words they still whisper. Most people would have thrown it away. I saw it as an invitation. I gathered a few supplies, rented a small boat, and set off at dawn. The sea was eerily calm, but as I approached the location marked on the map, the fog thickened. Out of nowhere, the island materialized in front of me, small, overgrown, and absolutely silent. It was as if the world itself had forgotten it even existed. I stepped onto the shore, and immediately I felt it. A hum in the air, like thousands of faint voices speaking at once, too soft to understand, but impossible to ignore. The trees here were different, twisted, blackened, like they had been burned from within. Every step I took was swallowed by the mist. And those whispers, they grew louder. I found ruins hidden in the trees, an old chapel with shattered windows, a crumbling lighthouse leaning dangerously to one side, and dozens of moss-covered graves scattered like fallen dominoes. None of the headstones had names, only dates. And the most recent ones? They were dated years into the future. I laughed nervously, assuming it was just some sick joke. Till I heard footsteps behind me. I spun around. Nothing. Only the sound of leaves stirring and the increasing pressure of the whispers. I tried to retrace my steps back to the boat, but the paths twisted in impossible ways. Landmarks shifted when I wasn't looking. The lighthouse, which had been far inland, was now inexplicably standing right by the shore. Panic set in. My compass spun wildly. My phone had no signal, and the whispers, they weren't random anymore. They started saying my name. I ran. I don't know how long I stumbled through that cursed forest. Maybe hours, maybe days. Time didn't work the same way there. I swear I saw figures following me between the trees. Sometimes I caught glimpses of pale hands reaching out from the ground. Finally, when my body was on the verge of collapse, I saw my boat. It was drifting farther from the shore. With a last burst of strength, I threw myself into the freezing water and swam toward it. As I climbed aboard, shivering and coughing, I looked back one last time. Through the thick mist, I could see them, a line of shadowy figures, standing at the edge of the water, watching me, and the whispers, they didn't stop. Even now, weeks later, when I close my eyes at night, I can hear them, faint but persistent, whispering my name over and over again. They're waiting for me to return. And if you ever find yourself sailing near an island not marked on any map, don't listen to the whispers, or you might never leave. Until the next scare.